Hey, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy KingJad, and we're back with another video, bro. In today's video, I'm gonna be doing my opinion, my tier list for all the Mortal Kombat games from 1 all the way until right now, which is 11. So in all the side games and stuff that are included in the franchise, I'm also gonna be rating those, and from S to D, which is worst and or hate, and S is gonna be the best / my favorite. So we're gonna go ahead and get straight into it. Alright, so let's go ahead and get straight into it, bro. I'm gonna try not to make this video too long, but as you can see, there's Mortal Kombat and Injustice on here. I don't know why. I guess it's just a NetherRealm, or not NetherRealm, but I guess it's just like that whole franchise of things, Mortal Kombat and Injustice, since they're very similar, but they're very different in a way. So since S is best and favorite and D is worst and hate, where is it at? We're gonna go ahead and start off with, we're just gonna do this. It sucks. We know Mythologies is possibly the worst game ever created. It sucks. And the further things are to the right, meaning that the further things are on this side, means it's worse. So Mythologies is first, but we're gonna put Special Forces in front of it. Special Forces is terrible too, but it's not Mythologies bad, right? Even though they both suck. They're not equal though. Mythologies is bad. It's just very bad. After Mythologies and Special Forces, I guess we'll just start with the first game, or we'll just go to Injustice since there's only 2 of them. Injustice 1 is terrible. It sucks so bad. Injustice 1 it's so bad. Everything about it is just not good. It's just not good. Injustice 2 is better. So we're gonna put that at C. We're gonna put that okay. I thought the story mode was decent. I thought some of the super moves were cool. The Flash definitely had the best one. Flash, Sub-Zero, they had some good ones. But Injustice 2 is just it's just not. Some people think it's better than MK1-11. I don't know how. But, you know what I'm saying, that's their opinion. So we're going to go ahead and put Injustice 2 right there. Now we're going to get to the Mortal Kombat games for real. Mortal Kombat 1 is very good. If it wasn't for this game, nothing afterwards would even be here. So yeah, this game, Mortal Kombat 1, it just deserves a lot. We all know the story of it being Bloodsport. Or based off of the movie Bloodsport. And if some of y'all didn't know, this is the first game that introduced the rating system, M for mature and stuff like that. Before this, there was none. Everything was just video games, and then this game created the mature rating, which looking at it now is wow. But back then, you know what I'm saying, it's crazy. So this one definitely goes at great, right? Because it's not my favorite, but it deserves to be here because it was the start, you know what I'm saying? And pretty much most things afterwards, or a lot of things afterwards, are just better. So we're going to put MK1, and let me know in the comments how y'all feel about my tier list, and rank, you know what I'm saying, the main games in the comment section down below. We're going to put MK1 up there. MK2 did everything the first game did, and just did it better. So we're gonna put MK2 above 1, right? More characters, more stages, more fatalities, more everything. MK2 is just better than MK1 in general. It's just better. Everything about it is better. And then MK3. So there's 3. There's Trilogy, UMK3, and then there's more regular MK3. But they're not really different. They're pretty much the same thing. I think Trilogy was the last one to come out, so it has the most characters and stuff. So when it comes to ranking the Mortal Kombat, I'm just gonna put all of the 3 together, meaning that 3 goes above 2. I'm gonna put UMK next because I think this came out second, and then it was this. Whichever one is the last version, I think Trilogy is the last version. Whichever one's the last version deserves to be up there. But Trilogy is just better than the first 2 in general. You got, once again, more characters, more stages, more fatalities. You got brutalities, new thing. Animalities, a new thing, which needs to come back. desperately. You had what was the run button or whatever. The run button came into the game during this one. Everything is about MK3 just is the best of the original 2D games. 100%. They even had the most versions. Like they put out MK3 and then Trilogy on the N64 and PS1. So everything about Trilogy is just, it's perfect. You know what I'm saying? And I need to play these games. I'm gonna do like a shout out to Maximilian. I'm gonna do a rate the super on all the MK games. Like I'm gonna rate all the fatalities from MK1 all the way to 11. I'm gonna do it with my friends though, so that'll probably be next week. We're gonna get the first one out like next week, but and then we'll record the next two and they'll come out. You know what I'm saying, like days and stuff later. But shout out to Maximilian. Definitely inspiration from him. It's gonna be called Rate the Super just like his. But yeah. Next up we have MK4, right? Or Mythologies and Special Forces, I believe, came next. But next up we have 4. MK4, bro, it's like MK4 is like right here. MK4 is like, and we're gonna put gold right next to it, right? MK4 is decent, but it's just the start of the 3D era. That's all it is to me. Like MK4 compared to 3 or the game that came right afterwards is just like, it was just made for a transition to go to 3D games. That's all it was. Because the graphics, even the graphics, I would rather have MK3 graphics than MK4. Like it didn't look as cool. The intro, or not the intro, but the endings were decent, I guess, for the characters. It had more characters and stuff, and environmental attacks, which is cool. But in terms of the game itself, and MK Gold is just the Dreamcast version of 4, if y'all didn't know what that was. But in terms of the game itself, 3 coming off of 3, it's just decent. And then the very next game was Deadly Alliance. We're gonna put the GBA games down here. They're not good. Everything's better than Special Forces. We're gonna put all the GBA games down here. Yeah, something like that. But Deadly Alliance, in my opinion, goes right here. Because Deadly Alliance was the first really good 3D game. The intro for Deadly Alliance is still top tier, still amazing to this day. With not Shao Kahn, but with Shang Tsung and Quan Chi. The intro is just very, very good. What's next? What y'all think should go next, right? Where do y'all think Deception should go? I personally think, this is my opinion, Deception definitely deserves to be above. But like I was saying, Deception is, it was one of the first games. It was one of the first MK games I ever played. Let me tell you the story, right? So I remember just running around in Conquest, and then Deadly Alliance was the first one with Conquest mode, but it wasn't like a real Conquest mode. Like Deception was the first one with a real Conquest mode, and you could literally go around and like run around and do tasks and stuff. I haven't played Deception in a very long time, but you can go around and do tasks and stuff. And in my opinion, Deception, which was probably the first MK game I ever played, set up for the second MK game I ever played, which is in my opinion the best Mortal Kombat game ever created. We all know what it is. It's just the best one in general. Shaolin Monks, come on. Shaolin Monks is literally, like, it's just goated. It's just the biggest W to ever come out of Mortal Kombat. Shaolin Monks needs to be remade, or it needs a sequel. NetherRealm, Ed Boon, I know you're there. If you watch this, Shaolin Monks needs to be remade. Or we need a sequel. We need something. We need Shaolin Monks 2. We just need it. Or a remake. It would be amazing. I know a lot of people probably like, I know a lot of newer people to the franchise, or just younger people in general, wouldn't accept it as much because there's no online. But it's Shaolin Monks. Come on, it's better than every other Mortal Kombat game in my opinion. 100% S tier, you know. You know what? No, we're not gonna call it S tier. No. Erase. No. We're gonna call this the Dragon tier, right? Dragon tier is the best / favorite games in the series. 100%. 100%. Oops. Alright, there we go. Shaolin Monks is just a W. It just is. Let me know what y'all think. But this is Dragon tier, okay? This is Dragon tier. Next up is Unchained, I believe. Unchained came out like a year later, which is just a PSP port of Deception. We'll probably put it like right there. I mean, it's whatever. It's on a PSP, which is a lot easier to control than a Game Boy, so I'll give it that. And then next up is Armageddon. Armageddon, it's gonna go in the middle, right? The reason it's going in the middle for 2 reasons. One, Midway knew their time was coming up. They knew their time was ending soon. Number two, Armageddon was just made to be a game with every character. That's why it's called Armageddon. Like, it was just made to be the game with every character, because I think Midway thought that they were going bankrupt after this game came out. And this was literally all they had left. They went from being a very top tier company to just having this, which could not save it. So definitely Armageddon was just, it's not as good as Deception, because in my opinion Deception just holds a place for me because it was one of the first MK games I ever played. So that's why Armageddon goes in the mid. It's better than Deadly Alliance, but it's not better than Deception. And then the very last Midway game, which is one of the worst games here. It goes like, should I put it? Yeah, I'm putting it above Injustice. I don't like Injustice. MK vs DC Universe is so bad. It's terrible. And this game came out when I was very little. So even at the time, you know how like little kids try to like boost themselves up in their head to make something new feel good or fun? Even as a kid, this game sucked. Like, this game was just trash. It was horrible. I remember like the best fatality being like the Joker one where he has the gun and he pulls the prank where it says like bang and then he shoots it. That's like the best thing in this game, and even that was terrible. This game sucked even in 2008. And then NetherRealm took over the game, or the license, and they rebooted the whole franchise and made what became a lot of people's favorite, probably my third favorite MK ever, which is MK9. MK9 100% goes in Dragon tier. The story, oh my god, when I remember when I first seen this, I was like, wow. Like, just coming off of DC Universe and seeing this, I was like, nah, this is what Mortal Kombat's supposed to be. That is what it was supposed to be. And the story mode, the fact that you could do tag team, which has not come back since. Everything about this game was just a W. Online servers were kind of an L zone, but it was like, you know, it was 2011, 10 years ago, which is crazy. But I remember, this is how I beat the game. Let me tell you how I beat the game. You're able to play as Raiden, right, at the very end, and so beating Shao Kahn regularly was like the most impossible task. So I spammed the Yai Baba Yai flying electric fly move, and that's how I beat him. No joke. I literally spammed that move. I spammed that move until he lost. And that is how I won. It is what it is. The game is a W. Mortal Kombat 10 is next. And Mortal Kombat 10, in terms of traditional gameplay, is easily the best one. It just is. So I have to put it above MK9. I have to put it above MK9. Definitely Dragon tier. MK10, right? MK10, best graphic. The trailer for it is one of the best trailers in gaming history. Like, it was perfect. Online connection was so much better than 9. The crypto was crazy. It expanded so hard. Pause. Everything about MK10 was great, right? Except for one thing to me. The base roster was trash. It was terrible. The base roster, like, and I remember at the time people were saying the base roster sucked, and like coming off a 9 with the ninjas and Kratos and stuff, like going to 9, the base roster was horrible. That's probably the only bad thing about the game. Shinnok wasn't a good boss, but like we didn't need the original boss. We didn't need the Joker of villains, you know? We didn't need that. We just needed a good story, and that's what they gave us. The graphic, the fatalities, everything about the fatalities were great. Everything at the time was just so good, and even now, this game is, in my opinion, better than the game that came afterwards. And in terms of a traditional MK, this is the 100% the best one. But the reason, and I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, well, actually, I don't really think so, because I feel the same way. But the reason I'm putting MK11 above 10 is for one reason only, right? Actually, no, I say in terms of 2 reasons. One, the first reason why I'm putting MK11 above 10, right? The first reason is because in terms of an overall game, this game is way better than any traditional one before it. Come on. The graphics, of course, the fatalities look way better. The roster was much better than 10. The base roster in 11 is much better than 10 in my opinion. The brutalities are amazing. Online connection, when it's good, it's good. When the online connection is good, it's very good. Best crypt ever, obviously. Like the fact that there's like this open world type crypt where you can just run around with an actual character. It's a W. Like, come on. The fact that there's puzzles in the crypt that you have to solve and stuff like that. Like it's great. The crypt is amazing. Everything about the game was perfect except for one thing, and even the story mode. In my opinion, the story mode is better than 10. This is probably my favorite MK story mode ever, besides obviously Shadow Monks and 9. This is definitely better than 10 and the rest of those. But the one problem with this game is the gameplay itself. It's not a 10. I'll give it like an 8. One, too many characters feel the exact same. That's why I only had fun playing Liu Kang. Number 2, the other thing about the gameplay is that, like, it's just too kid friendly. It's too casual friendly, bro. There's no real skill gap in the game. There's no real skill. It's like, if you could get one character, like, you learn the whole character in like 5 minutes, which should not be a thing. Fighting games are about learning and getting better. You learn the whole character in 5 minutes, and then they don't reward you for being 50 times better. Like, I don't know. The skill gap is just not where it needs to be. Too many characters feel the same and stuff. But besides that, the overall game, like, if I gave someone a Mortal Kombat and like a new time player and said, like, this is your introduction to Mortal Kombat, this is perfect. This is the best one. The skill gap helps along with them. Like, this is, in my opinion, the perfect Mortal Kombat overall, perfect one. Only reason I put it above 10 is because of what it did for me. This game helped my YouTube channel grow thousands of subscribers, hundreds of thousands of views. First time I ever got paid was from this game. So it's just perfect. To me, it helped me out much more than I could ever thank for it. So that's the reason I put it here, solely because of what it did for my channel. In terms of a game, I'd probably put it like here. In terms of gameplay itself, I'd probably put it there. But in terms of what it did for me and how I feel about the game, it's here. So my top 5, Shadow Monks number 1. I'm definitely gonna play this with my brother or with one of my friends for the channel one day. 11 is 2, 10 is 3, 9 is 4, and then Trilogy is 5th. Which is probably a lot of people's top 5, if you want me to be honest. This is probably a lot of people's top 5. So yeah. Oh, forgot 2 things. Aftermath DLC is the worst DLC ever created, and since Mortal Kombat 11 is just with or Ultimate is just all the characters, might as well put it there. But yeah, this is my tier list. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Did I have a great list? I feel like I had a great list. I know some people are probably gonna put Injustice 2 higher. A few amount of people. Trilogy might be in some people's Dragon tier. 4 might be higher for some people. But I feel like this is probably the most, like, in terms of core fan base, like, I feel like this is probably most people's average list, if not Trilogy being in Z tier or Dragon tier. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that like button if you're new. Follow me on Instagram, it's at KingJad23. Subscribe to my group channel, link will be in the description down below. And with that being said, it's your boy KingJad. And always remember to be golden, bro. And I'm out. Hey, probably once a week or once every other week, I'll have my friends over here. We're gonna be streaming some games and stuff like that. I have a video dropping on our group channel probably later this week or early next week about MK1. So yeah, with that being said, it's your boy KingJad, and always remember to be golden, bro. And I'm out. Peace.